Good afternoon, everyone. There we go. Don't you love this city? Yes, indeed. I want to welcome everyone here today because this has been a long time coming. I remember when I first ran for city council in 2000, one of my campaign promises was to help revitalize the Southtown area of the city of Fayetteville. And at that time, the dividing line was about Garland down there somewhere. And one side was in Ward 4 and the other side was in Ward 1. And I remember at the time working with the two council members, Brenda Boudreau and Swifty Reynolds. And then later on I worked with Adella Gray and Brenda Boudreau to revitalize this area. We did Fayette Junction about 2007. We started work on that. The university's been a great partner. I see Phil Stafford here today. Coming on board later was Sarah Marsh, who's been a tremendous help in this Southtown revitalization. She just lives down the road here, and so do I. I walk this probably 3 or 4 times a week. I wanted to see us build sidewalks in this area and trails. And at that time, we really didn't have very many down here, but now we do. And that's due to the great partnerships, great city council, great staff, our transportation division building these sidewalks. Didn't they do a great job on this? And great partners, the Chamber of Commerce and everybody that worked on this. And I want to thank everybody for being here and making this what it is today. And right now, I want to introduce Vice Mayor and City Council Member Adella Gray. Adella?
Thank you so much, Mayor Jordan. It is an honor always to be here and speak for the great things we're doing in Fayetteville. But you know, this one is especially good and exciting for me because it's such a wonderful collaboration. We have transportation bond money from the city. We get good roads, we get good trails, we get water improvement from our water and sewer money. That's exciting. And then we have the university collaborating with us to make a donation of land. And then we have federal earmarked money that the university and the city work together to get. So that is my kind of project, and I'm so excited about it. And of course, we're always happy to be working with private partners like Garver and Drew Crowder Construction. This was a $3.8 million project that we're seeing completed today. So exciting, and so exciting to have everyone's input and collaboration to make our city a wonderful place. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for letting me serve on the City Council.
Hi, it's great to see everyone who came out in the cold today to celebrate the completion of this tremendous project in our neighborhood. I want to address a lot of my comments to residents, which I hope are totally at home and can watch this on our community access television. But like the mayor said, I'm Sarah Marsh, and in addition to being your advocate at City Hall, I'm also your neighbor. I moved to Fayette Junction earlier this year and have really enjoyed seeing this project progress. It's made a significant impact on the amount of floodwater that used to come into my yard, and I love seeing how the street has come to life with cyclists, pedestrians, and joggers since the completion of the sidewalk. I hope this is just the beginning of a whole wave of improvements that we'll see in years to come. You know, in September of 2009, over 100 citizens came together to offer their ideas and input on shaping the future of this neighborhood. Their work resulted in the creation of the Fayette Junction Master Plan. And if you're a new resident like me, or maybe you didn't get to take part of the visioning process, or you are considering building or investing in our neighborhood, I would strongly encourage you to take a look at the report. We've got a few printed copies of the summary today, and you can also find a link to it on our city website, which is accessfayetteville.org. As your elected leader, I really appreciate the effort you put into the visioning process as it helps guide my policy decisions. The top 3 guiding principles that you outlined are integration of the natural and built environments, creation of a clean tech cluster, and support for multimodal transit. And I'd like to speak very briefly on these important topics and start with multimodal transit. Standing here on this beautiful multi-use trail extension, and I know that a lot of us have heard our mayor talk about the significant new investments that we'll be making in trails and sidewalks over the coming years. One of my first actions as chair of the Environmental Action Committee was to advocate for a comprehensive transportation plan with an emphasis on inclusive mobility. Those are sidewalks, trails, and transit. And I want to thank our Transportation Committee for their support of that initiative, and I'm proud to say that the City Council has passed a resolution that will make this multimodal plan a reality. You said that the creation of Clean Tech Cluster was important. I hear you. And as a result, I proposed ordinance changes to incentivize green buildings to help us attract and incubate green jobs. The lead incentives that I proposed will help expand the marketplace for many of the products that are being manufactured and developed at this tech park, such as energy-efficient lighting and solar technologies. The number one priority outlined by the citizens of Fayette Junction was the integration of natural and built environments. Stakeholders repeatedly mentioned the need for effective and innovative stormwater management techniques. With much of Fayette Junction located in the floodplain, my own house included, stormwater runoff is clearly our biggest challenge. Under the leadership of former council member Sarah Lewis, the Environmental Action Committee developed a low-impact development manual to assist developers and builders with stormwater best management practices. I will carry on her work by fighting to make low-impact development the standard, not the exception. Low-impact development, or LID as it's commonly known, is a set of best management practices that slow, spread, and infiltrate stormwater on-site rather than allowing for the runoff that is threatening our neighborhood. Studies have shown a 40% savings in cost for stormwater infrastructure projects that use LID, and the ecological services that it provides will help reduce pollutants and sedimentation in our watershed, as well as create wildlife habitat. Some examples of LID techniques are vegetated roofs, rainwater harvesting systems, rain gardens, bioswales, and infiltration basins. I hope you will join me in advocating for these principles to protect our drinking water and our low-lying neighborhoods. I've spoken a lot about what government is doing, but I'd also like to address what you can do to help our neighborhood flourish. We have two streams to care for in Fayette Junction: the Cato Springs branch, which you can see running under our beautiful new trail bridge, and the town branch, which runs just to the north of us. Both of these streams feed into the White River, which then feed into Beaver Lake. That's the primary source for drinking water in our region. I invited the Beaver Watershed Alliance to come today and be on hand for you to get information on caring for our streams and to tell you about their free native tree program. I'd like to plan a creek cleanup for next year as well as a tree planting, and I would encourage interested neighbors to contact me or the Beaver Watershed Alliance to participate. I would also like to encourage you to adapt low-impact development strategies at your own home. Adding rain barrels is a great place to start. I've added over 2,000 gallons of rainwater storage at my house that I then use in my garden in the summer. You can purchase rain barrels locally at City Lumber or at the Farmers Co-op, or you can find cheaper solutions on Craigslist like I did. A more beautiful solution to stormwater management would be to plant a rain garden. And the Beaver Watershed Alliance can point you to information on that as well. Finally, I'd like to say thank you to the hardworking crews that built our new street. I greatly appreciate your professionalism and courtesy and the flexibility you showed to our residents. Please accept our gratitude. Thank you to everyone, and have a safe and joyful Thanksgiving.
As the mayor knows, I'm fond of saying one of my favorite expressions is the power of partnership, and today we're here to witness once again tangible evidence of the power of partnership, recognizing that the ARTP will one day employ up to 2,000 highly skilled workers. Together, the city and the University of Arkansas Technology Development Foundation work proactively and collaboratively to secure the funds for what we refer to as the Technology Corridor Enhancement Project. Not only was this project viewed as essential to support the increased traffic that the employees of the ARTP would generate, but it's also essential to accommodate the delivery of an array of products and equipment and materials that are essential to advanced research and development. Today, this project represents or provides a direct physical link between the ARTP and our main campus, and obviously now offers opportunities for alternative forms of transportation from the park to the main campus.
But what I'm proudest of is that this project illustrates our commitment to make sure that the needs of the ARTP are integrated into the fabric of the community in a mutually beneficial way. Mayor, I want to thank you and the city staff for your perseverance to get this project done, and we look forward to working together again here shortly. Thank you.
It just took me about myself and the representatives from Ward 1. Now I'm part of Ward 1. And Ward 4, Shirley Lucas, I don't want to leave her out either. She was a Ward 4 rep for the other half of this. It just took us about 13 years to get this done. So I hope that the next project is a little quicker. But anyway, it's a great day. I want to thank Garver having representatives here, the Chamber, University of Arkansas. I feel y'all such a great partner, and Adella and Sarah for being here. Great staff, engineering department. Sandra Smith is here today, city clerk, and Jeremy Pate from planning. So thank you all very much. Now let's cut the ribbon, shall we?